Hello friends, welcome. In the previous videos, we were discussing filing ITR-1 in topic wise or in case wise. Here in this video, we are going to cover a comprehensive, a detailed ITR-1 filing where the taxpayer will have income from salary, income from house property, also have income from other sources. So we are going to discuss in detailed ITR-1 filing right now. So don't miss the videos. I could bore you because of our lengthy, but you have to watch the entire video to become a master of filing ITR-1. Okay, right. And during our past video where we discussed preparing a draft. So with the help of the draft, now I will be filing a comprehensive ITR-1, right? So first I will log into income tax portal with the PAN username and password and make sure I'm just going to use all the fields as just imagination. So if it is applicable to you, you need to use them. If it is not applicable, you can just leave them and go further. So to file the return, go to e-file, income tax return, file income tax return and select the option 24 and 25 and select online and click on continue and start new filing. And we are filing the return as an individual person and click on continue, and now we are going to file ITR form number 1. Okay, so right now we are now moving towards ITR-1 pages and we are filing the return ITR-1 as our income is more than basic exemption, and click on the button continue. And it is now giving a reminder that the information has been pre-filled. It's okay. Yeah, so there are totally 5 pages where we need to provide information in personal information, gross total income, total deductions, taxes paid and total tax liability. So right now we are going to fill these pages one after one. First, personal information. As per the draft, whatever the personal information you already collected, you once check with that. If any information is missing in the portal, you can use the buttons edit to add that fields. Okay, whatever information you collected from the client, if any information not available here like any mobile number, sometimes you also need to click on the button and make the certain changes. And in the page 1, we are in the page 1 personal information. In this page 1 personal information, there are 3 things are important. Out of first one is confirming the employees employment. If I confirm as others, you can see there is one deduction which is in red color, entertainment allowance, which is allowed only for government employees, will be blocked here if I select as others. Okay, because our taxpayer is the private employee. And scroll down and there are 3 important options and one additional option is available. First one, return filed on or before the due date. If you file the return on or before the due date, select this option, and which means on or before July 31st. And if you are filing the return after the July 31st and before 31st of December, where you can file the return in this between period by paying late fees, in such cases select this option. If the ITR already filed, if there is any corrections, you also can correct it by using a revised option. Okay, and after December 31st, no return will be allowed. Only on special cases based on the request you may get the permission to file the return. In such cases you need to go for after condonation of delay. And so this is the first option, confirming employment. Second option, filing section. And the third option, do you wish to exercise the options under section 115 BAC 6 of opting out of new regime. By default, your ITR-1 will be pre-selected as to new regime. If you wanted to go to old regime, you need to select here yes. Why yes? Opting out of new regime. Do you want to go out of the new regime? While preparing the draft, you need to collect this information. If new regime is enabled, you can see red color. These deductions are not allowed in the new regime. So most of the cases, if you have less deductions and income up to plus or minus to 7-8 lakhs, then you can go to new regime. And if you have more deductions, kindly go to old regime. So here it is asking me, do you want to opt out of new regime? Do you want to come out from new regime? Do you want to move to old regime? Yes. Here I confirm, and here I mention new regime, yes or no. Do you want a new regime? No, I don't want a new regime. So you can see I got eligible deductions. So if I will be providing this Excel along with these video resources, so download and do the practicals on it. Okay, and here if you observe, so after confirming the same, in the bottom you need to add your bank account. If it is already added, you can just click on the button confirm. So we have successfully completed page 1. Now the actual ITR-1 process will start. So the second page will be for confirming gross total income. Whenever you click on the button gross total income, first you will be getting salary exemptions. You will be getting what? Salary exemptions. I did not yet disclose salary information, but before providing salary information, first you need to provide the eligible exemptions. To lower your salary income, to reduce your salary income, section 10 exemptions are available. Even if you go to our Excel, if you go to section 10, you will see a lot of section 10 eligible options are available where you are going to disclose them. So first one, what it is asking, section 10 by 14. Section 10 by 14, see here if you go to section 10, you will see all the options like agriculture income, income from from the head of HRA exemptions, and again conveyance allowance received, dearness allowance received, children education allowance received. That kind of salary exemptions will be available. You kindly go through with the section 10. There are up to 15 sections. You kindly check each and every section so that you will come to know. But out of that I am going to cover 3 main sections. First one, 10 by 5, leave travel allowance. Not here, you check here first, then I will come to here. So what is first one? Are you eligible to claim exemption in respective of expenditure incurred on the cost of travel and tour or a transfer, maintenance of uniform, etc. So let's say, so when you are working in a company, if there is any travel on tour or a transfer cost, if there is any maintenance of uniform, let's say you are working in a chemical company where you need to put on a specific designed uniform to work in that chemical company. So whatever amount you have spent on that uniform, that will be given by your company only. So if that kind of income is also included in your salary, to reduce that salary, these exemptions are allowed. So likely if you see here section 10 by 14 we are talking about right now. So this is section 10 by 14.1, 10 by 14.2, both includes conveyance allowance, dearness allowance, uniform allowance, children education allowance. Conveyance allowance is the allowance which is given by an employer to the employee for commuting expenses between the employee residence to workplace to residence. Daily allowance, DA, daily allowance is the allowance given by an employer to the employee. Let's say your employee working outside of the local town, so whatever his food and stay and the traveling amount that is also given for the employee, so that is called as daily allowance. And again, uniform allowance, if that company required any specific uniforms to wear, that amount also given by the company only. And children education allowance, so if any allowances that you already received in the gross salary, to reduce the gross salary, you can use salary exemptions. Let's say, just for an example, I am going to confirm here CA. One thing I'm going to confirm, let's say most of the companies will be giving you monthly 1600 CA. Monthly how much? 1600 CA multiplied by 12 months. So yearly conveyance allowance is 19,200. Just for example, based on your pay slip, you need to claim these deductions, exemptions. So I confirm here yes, and I will be providing here as 19,200 rupees. Yeah, and next what it is asking, so both belongs to same 10 by 14 1, 10 by 14 2. Yeah, next one is what? Eligible to claim exemption in respective of house rent allowance as per your payslip. As per your payslip, if HRA already received as per your payslip, if HRA already received, the eligible HRA you need to provide. To calculate eligible HRA, we already have three contents: actual rent paid, actual HRA received, rent paid more than 10% of the basic salary. So there are totally three conditions. Out of these three conditions, whichever is lower, that will be allowed for salary exemption calculation. So I will be taking a random amount of, let's say, 2 lakhs. During our payroll classes, we already have done a dedicated video on HRA calculation and HRA exemption calculation. So kindly once watch HRA calculation video from the payroll section, so that you will be getting a more awareness on the section. So here I have taken a random value of, just imagine, 2 lakhs I have taken. Next, what you have, are you eligible to claim exemption in respective of LTA? Let's say that is a section 10 by 5 here. That is here how much I have taken, example 2 lakhs, and here a leave travel allowance. Let's say you are a skilled employee in your organization, you are a main pillar to your organization. Some companies sometimes may, let's say your company has given you 50,000 for LTA, leave, and also for travel allowance. Company is giving a leave to you to spend on a tour. So let's say you went to a vacation, you have spent 40,000 rupees. So these 50,000 will be included in gross salary. Again, to reduce the gross salary, government will be giving an exemption under section 10 by 5 for leave cum travel allowance. First, this 50,000 will be added into the salary. Out of that, how much you have spent? You spent only 40,000 rupees. So remaining 10,000 will be taxable. Okay, in that way. So if you have that amount also, you can provide the values. Let's say you have received 50,000 amount, but you have spent only 40,000, or you have proof of spent only for 40,000, so that you can claim the exemption for only 40,000 rupees. Next, what are you eligible to claim any other exemption from salary other than these three important options? If you just go to section 10, and you will see a lot of options. Exemption for special allowance, Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana, Atal pension, like that. There is so many salary exemptions, investments are available. If anyone is applicable, you can see here Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana. These kind of things will be available for defense people, for government employees. For government employees, entertainment allowance is also allowed. So if that is available, you just provide. So after providing, so only if you either enable, disable, the impact will be created on the next screen of providing income from salary. If you don't confirm anything here, you will be getting blank one. So before going to report your salary income, first you need to report what are the exemptions that are eligible for the taxpayer. So based on the information available, you need to provide in reality. Click on the button continue. Yeah, now the main page, second page, gross total income page is open, and make sure before providing income of salary, I already provided exemptions and you are seeing some values also here. Can you see minus 2,59,000? I did not even provided salary, but exemptions already calculated. Now I need to specify the gross salary received. Please don't consider the salary information as per 26 AS or AIS, because 26 AS or AIS mostly shows only the net salary that is credited on your account. So please ask for form 16 or ask for pay slips to find the gross salary. So first, let's say our employee had received a gross salary of example 12 lakhs. Just imagine, okay? Yeah. Now out of these, we already declared LTA, HRA exemption. So here also I will go income from salary, click on the button edit. I will provide the income from salary as 12 lakhs and enter. And after that, if you see here, again deductions will start. Before providing the income, we already provided exemptions, and now after providing the income, to lower income, more deductions are allowed. There are 3 important deductions. Out of entertainment allowance is allowed only for government employees, which is not allowed for us. We already confirmed ourselves we are working in a others, we are private employee, so that 16.2 will not be available. You can claim 16.1A and also 16.13. I will scroll down. Here you can see the information which we already provided is already eligible, and here it is getting the same information in the bottom. So 12 lakhs is the income I provided, and minus 19,200 conveyance allowance, 2 lakhs HRA, 40,000 leave come travel allowance. Yeah, next. Again, now the balance income out of 12 lakhs of income, the taxable income reduced to 9,40,800. Out of standard deduction was 50,000, which is applicable for every individual. Any individual who have the income from the head of salary are eligible to claim the deduction under section 16(1)(a). And in addition to this section, you can see one thing is blocked, that is entertainment allowance, which is blocked already because we are other, we selected employment as others, means we are a private employee, not allowed. Next to what? Professional tax under section 16(3). Professional tax under section 16(3). Wait a minute. So we already provided 50,000 standard deduction, that is not allowed, red color, and professional tax. Let's say you are working in a company where every month, if your salary more than 20,000, every month your employer will be deducting 200 rupees from your salary, likely for 12 months. So the total professional tax in the state will be 2,400. In some state it will be 2,500, like Maharashtra. For Maharashtra, the Maharashtra government, for first 11 months they will collect 200 as a professional tax. For last 1 month they will collect 300 as a professional tax. So the total professional tax would be 2,400 or 25,000 based on the state. So you need to check your employee payslip or form 16 to know this information. Let's say we are in a state where the maximum professional tax collected is 2,400. This professional tax actually collected by the state government, and as per the central government, the total amount that is collected in the name of professional tax from the employee should not exceed 2,500 rupees. Okay, yeah. And see why this professional tax is collected, because we are all employees. working in a city or a town or in a village by using the local government infrastructure. We are using the facilities that are provided by the state government, and by using this facility we are working in a company as an employee and you are generating income. So out of the income you generated, you need to contribute a little amount to the local state government. So that amount is not refundable, but that is allowed for a deduction as per the income tax 16 as per the section 16(3) professional tax. I will be considering 2400. If that is also available on the payslip or form 16, you provide the values. Again I confirm, if you have the proofs, you provide the values. If you do not have the proof, you just keep zeros. So just for imagination, I am just providing all this information. I have successfully completed providing income from salary. I have completed providing income from salary. The total taxable salary was 8,89,013 rupees out of 12 lakhs. So the net income from salary equals to actual income 12 lakhs minus 40,000 minus 2 lakhs minus 19,200 minus 50,000 minus 2,400. And if you have any doubt which is allowed in old regime and new regime, if you once make new regime, yes, you will get some red colors which are not allowed in the new regime. So please remember this point. So as I selected old regime, now for me all these deductions are allowed. What is the balance income? 8,88,400. 8,88,000 is the total income from the head of salary. Next source of income I supposed to confirm income from house property. Income from house property. If our taxpayer, if our client also have any income from house property, that also you need to specify. Okay, yeah, first I will show you the calculation. First you need to confirm what kind of property you have. Let's say you have a property. Let's say you have a property and it is completely self-occupied. It is completely self-occupied by you only. In such cases, you have a property but not the income. Let's say there are other cases where you have a property and it is given for a let out. In such cases you go on let out. And some cases, let's say you have more than one property and you have given for a rental cases. In such cases you need to select the option as deemed let out. I will go on confirm. Let's say you have a property which is given on rent, so you also have a rental income. First we will go to the calculation here. Yeah, so it is how much? 8,88,400. Now I am providing income from house property. Income from house property I confirmed let out, which means you have a rental income. If you don't have any rental income, simply confirm as self-occupied and just keep going on. Yeah, one thing I wanted to update, after selecting let out, make sure first you need to confirm what is the total income from the house property. What is the total income from the house property? Just to make you the process easy understand, I am just taking the random figures. Yeah, let's say you have collected total 11 lakhs as rental income or lease income. Out of you have paid rupees 1 lakh rupees for your local government, local authorities. Let's say if you are from Hyderabad, you need to pay GHMC municipal tax, municipal property tax on the property you have. Greater Mumbai Municipal Corporation, for them you also need to pay property tax. So on the property, whatever property taxes you paid, the balance income 11 lakhs minus 1 lakhs, the balance income is 10 lakhs. Again on these 10 lakhs, when you have a property, there will be some property maintenance, repair and maintenance. For that cost, central government will be giving you a standard 30% deduction on income you received from the property. So again on these 10 lakhs, 30,000 can be reduced, 3 lakhs can be reduced, and the balance income will be only 7 lakhs. Okay, so remember 11 lakhs is the actual income minus 1 lakh taxes paid to local authorities, balance income 10 lakhs, on 10 lakhs minus 30%, so 3 lakhs, and the net balance income from the house property was 7 lakhs. So I provide income from the property was 11 lakhs, and next taxes paid to local authorities was 1 lakh. So Balance income was 10 lakhs. On this 10 lakhs again 30%. So after providing all this, the balance income from the property was 7 lakhs. Again on this property, if you have taken any home loans, then on that home loan, whatever interest you paid, that amount can be utilized to reduce the income in more. So let's say you have a property where you have taken home loan on this property, and imagine throughout the last financial year you have paid total 2 lakhs of interest. So I'll confirm here 2 lakhs of interest paid. So the balance income is 7 lakhs. Out of 7 lakhs you already paid 2 lakhs as interest on home loan. So the net income from the house property was only 5 lakhs. So again minus 2 lakhs. So here why it is actually a single section 24B, just to make you understand self-occupied. So whether you have income from self-occupied or whether you have income from let out property, both are allowed. Both are allowed in old regime, but in the new regime only if it is a let out property, then only the 24B section will be eligible. I just make you understand by enabling this. So in the new regime, this self-occupied property, if you have a property and if you don't have income, you have a property, you have taken a home loan, but there is no income from the property, which means because it is a self-occupied property. In that cases, when there is no income from the property, you cannot minus interest paid on the home loan. So in the new regime, only if the property was given for rental, only if you have rental income, after showing the rental income, from that income interest can be reduced. So if there is no income, it is not allowed. But in the new regime, but in the old regime, whether you have income from the property or whether you don't have income from the property, this deduction will be eligible. Okay, remember. So balance income 7 lakhs minus 2 lakhs. So the net income from the house property was only 5 lakhs. Yeah, so 5 lakhs. Actual income from the property was 11 lakhs, but the final amount is only 5 lakhs. We here also 5 lakhs and click on the button add. We have confirmed even income from house property also. But one thing I wanted to update, along with the 24B, one more section is also available in 80C. What on the home loan, whatever principal you paid, that amount can be reduced after the under chapter 6 deduction once again. And additional to 24B, you also can claim more 80EE section if you are a first time home loan owner. If you have taken home loan for the first time in your life, in addition to interest 24B, 80EE will also give another 50,000, but this is once in a lifetime facility. Only if you are a first time home loan buyer, then it will be allowed. Next, we'll go to the next one, income from other sources. By default there is some income generated from bank account. I am selecting that. I am going to delete the default income just to make you understand. I am deleting the default income of 1600. So we have calculated 8,88,400 net income from salary and 5 lakhs net income from house property. Next, income from other sources. If your client have any income from savings bank account, income from fixed deposit, income from income tax refund, that amount also can be shown here. So income from other sources. I go to the button add another income. So you need to keep asking the client. Yes, just imagine our client to have income from savings bank account 1 lakh, income from fixed deposit 1 lakh. If your client also have any other extra income, you kindly against the same option you need to keep it enabled and you need to confirm. Even if you have a family pension income, that also you need to provide here and click on the button continue. I provided income from other sources and that is 2 lakhs. So here also I'll say income from other sources, income from savings bank account 1 lakh, income from fixed deposit 1 lakh. So what is the total income? 2 lakhs. So these 2 lakhs will be added to the other incomes. So what is the gross total income? 2 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 8 lakh 88,000. Total income 15 lakhs 88,400. One point before proceeding, you are providing income from savings bank account interest. How much? 10,000. In above you are showing income. Again you will have a section called as 80TTA, 80TTB. 80TTA and 80TTB. 80TTA, the interest that has been received from a savings bank account is deductible up to 10,000 in section 80TTA of Income Tax Act. If any individual have multiple bank account with the different banks, the maximum amount including all savings bank account is only 10,000. If you are a common citizen, means less than 60 years, whatever interest income, let's say you have some bank balance but you received 1 lakh as a interest, that is the income taxable. Above you are showing 1 lakh as income from savings bank account. In the bottom the eligible deduction will be 10,000, which means in the top you are showing 1 lakh as income. Again in the bottom, in the next page, we'll see what 10,000 you are actually reducing, which means the effective taxable interest income is only 90,000. You received 1 lakh but you are reducing it by 10,000. So the taxable interest income will be only 90,000. 10,000 is a deduction allowed for common citizen. 50,000 is the deduction allowed for senior citizen whose age is more than 60. 80TTA applicable to common citizen, 80TTB applicable to senior citizen. That is the reason you also need to collect your employees, your taxpayers' date of birth to calculate their age also. Yeah. So interest relation also with 80TTA or 80TTB as per applicability. In the top you are showing the income, in the bottom again you will be reducing it by 10,000 or 50,000, whichever is eligible to you. Yeah. Now I have provided major income. Again system is asking me exempt income. What is exempt income? Again you might be getting, if it is exempt income, why we need to show? If we show, it will add in our income? No, not like that. Let's say you have received an award from the central government or the state government. Let's say Padma Vibhushan you have received. You means as a taxpayer. Along with the award, let's imagine you also received rupees 1 lakh. You also received how much? 1 lakh. 1 lakh is your income you received from the central government award. You need to show here that as a exempt income, the income that you received along with any awards under exempt. And agriculture income up to 5,000 is also exempt. Let's say you are the winner of Paramavira Chakra, the Defense Ministry awards. After that, whatever pension you received, that is also exempt income. So likely there are some certain options. I will tell some important one. First important one, agriculture income less than 5,000. If you have any agriculture income less than 5,000, that you need to report here. And you also can see, if you scroll it bottom, in the bottom you will see scholarships granted to meet cost of education. Let's say you are a person who still you are studying and you also have a income. That is the reason you are filing income tax return. But during this meantime, you also received some scholarships that is credited in your bank account, but which is not taxable. So that is also you need to disclose here. So any kind of allowances to MP, MLA, MLCs, and even MP, MLA also, they also will file income tax return for them. Whatever allowances they have received from the government, that is also non-taxable. So they also file IT return by selecting this option as exempt income. So all the allowances that is received by any MP or MLA or MLC fully exempt. to them. Okay, and here you can see award instituted by the government or pension received by winner of Paramavira Chakra, Mahavira Chakra or Veer Chakra, such other gallery award. Next, what? Defense medical disability pension, so armed forces family pension in death during the operational duty, any income referred in section 10/26, and any income you received from Agniveer Corpus Fund, that is also exempt income. So if you have any income from these scenarios, you need to provide, or else if you don't have any exempt income, you can go back, and that is okay. You have confirmed income from salary, income from house property, income from other sources. Altogether our income is went up to 15,88,400, 15,88,400 rupees, and you click on the button confirm. I did not disclose any income, but if you have the income, you need to disclose. Okay, remember. Next, the main thing, deductions. As we selected old regime, these deductions will be allowed. If you select new regime, only 10 to 5% deductions will be eligible out of 80C to 80U. Only very 1 or 2 deductions will be eligible. Now I go to reduce the income, I can use eligible deductions, and here we also listed the deductions. Will go one on one. What is the first one? Are you eligible to claim any deduction for donations paid? 80G. Can you see what is this? 80G, 80G, 80G here. Donation for social causes. And again remember, these donations are 2 types. If you go to 80G, 100, the donation with 100% deduction without any qualifying limit, and donation with eligibility of 50%. So if you have made any donations, you need to enable the box. So the next page, you need to provide to whom you donated, how much you donated, what is the amount you donated via cash, what is the amount you donated via other mode. Make sure in this donation, cash donations are allowed only for 2,000. And if there is any amount more than 2,000 you paid in cash, which is not allowed for the deduction. If you wanted to claim the deduction, if it is more than 2,000, you have to pay only via digital payment. It should be digital payment only. Next, what? So now I selected yes. So in the next page, I need to provide the information to whom I donated. I also need to collect the donee PAN card information. I need to now report in the next page. Next, what? 80GGC to claim any deduction under section 80GGC for contribution made to a political party. If you have that kind of things, you need to provide that things also. Next, you will be getting a page. You need to provide the information. Again, remember, to any political party, if you have donated via cash, absolutely not allowed. It is 100% allowed. Only the political party donations should be made via digital payment modes only. Yeah. So I also enable that. Next, what? Are you eligible to claim any deduction under section 80U of person with a disability? 80U, which is important, have a relation with another one more section also. I will also note down somewhere where there is a interlink connection. Let's say for home loan, how many sections are connections? 24B is connected for interest for home loan. For 80E is also connected, and 80C also connected for home loan. So when there is a home loan, you need to consider to look at once 24B, 80E, 80C, whatever is eligible, you need to provide the values. And one more, we already provided HRA under section 1013A HRA exemption. So when there is rental things, so when there is a rental kind of deductions, you need to focus on 1013A. One is HRA. This is for HRA, and one more you need to look at 80GG. So in this case, you can claim any one, this 80GG, the rent paid or HRA exemption, whichever is allowed. If HRA not allowed, you can claim 80GG. If you claim HRA, you cannot claim 80GG. That is the thing. Okay. Now we are talking about 80U. What is ATU? ATU is here. ATU, person with a disability. One more also I will say, ATU, person with a disability. Again, 80DDB, 80DD, treatment for dependent with disability. So what is these two sections used for? Let's imagine, if there is any disability, there are two sections you need to focus. One is the section ATU. ATU is a section applicable to the taxpayer. If taxpayer himself or herself have any blindness, disability to 40 to 79% or 89 above percent, 75,000, yeah, 1,24,000. So ATU is a section applicable if the taxpayer is disabled, and 80DD, 80DD is applicable treatment of a dependent with the disability. ATU applicable to the taxpayer, 80DD is applicable to his any family member. In such cases, if our taxpayer going to pay for them, he can claim 80DD. If he is going to pay for himself, he also can claim additional 80U. So 80U for his personal, taxpayer personal, 80DD for the dependent disability expenses. So remember, when you see a disability, there are two things, 80U and 80DD. Okay, both for disability. Yeah, and both will have same limitations. You also can see 80DD, 40% to 79% of the disability, the eligible deduction is 75,000. If the disability was severe, more than 80%, then 1,25,000 is allowed for the dependent. And again, you also can see 80U, self, any individual suffering from a physically disabled, including blindness or a mental, up to 75,000 in case of up to 79% of the disability, 75,000, more than 80% of the disability, 1,25,000 will be allowed. So mostly there are very close, 75,000 plus 1,25,000. Here also you can see 75,000 plus 1,25,000. So 80U applicable to the taxpayer, whoever is filing income tax return, and 80DD is applicable to the taxpayer family members. Okay, remember, the dependent you can consider. Dependent means not the family member. Sorry, only for husband to wife and wives to husband. Remember. Yeah. Next, where I am in. So if our client have such kind of things, you also need to provide the things yes. If not, you can keep them no. Okay. So again, next one. Just I'm making it yes. We'll see how does it works. Next one. Are you eligible to claim any deduction under 80DD, person with a disability? Now I mentioned 80U, that is for our owner, taxpayer, and this is for taxpayer dependents. Next what? Both will be same, but both can be claimed if both are disabled, physically disabled. Next one is what? Are you eligible to claim any deduction for donation paid scientist for scientific research rural development? No, it's not done. Next what? Are you eligible to claim deductions under section 80GG? You already claimed 80, you already claimed HRA 1013A section, you already claimed HRA 1013A, so you cannot claim 80GG, but if it is allowed, you can claim 60,000 only. Let's say you paid rent to 70,000, but it will be allowed to reduce the income only 60,000. 80GG maximum cap will be only 80,000. Remember this point. Because we already claimed HRE, we cannot claim right now. Agar hai to wo bhi kar sakte. Next one, 80CC. 80C and 80CCD2. There are two things. In 80C, not only 80C, remember 80C also comes with a 80C, 80CCC, 80CCD1. Including these three sections, the maximum amount is allowed is 1,50,000. These three sections includes Provident Fund, investments in national pension schemes, tuition fees, school fees donations, home loan fees paid, PPF, SPF, RPF, SSY, NSC, payment made towards pension funds, payment made towards Atal Pension Yojana. So including all these things, let's say in these three sections together you have invested 3 lakhs, but the maximum amount allowed to reduce your income is only 1,50,000. So likely it is asking a lot of things. I will provide the value here as 3 lakhs, whatever. So somewhere it is asking just yes or no. So, for some section after enabling, instead of asking the direct amount, it is giving another chance to fill in the next page, which means you need to provide in detailed way. But now for ATC, instant it is asking the value within the screen. You can provide the value. If details required, you need to go to the next page. If details not required, you can provide within the screen. Next, what? ATCCD2. In addition to ATC, if an employer made any investments in ATCCD, ATCCD2 is for employer's contribution towards national pension scheme investment on behalf of employee. Whatever employee contributed for employee, that amount is eligible for a deduction as per the section ATCCD2. It is an addition to the section ATC totals. And make sure there are two things. For central government employees, 14% of the basic salary plus DA will be used for a deduction. And for other, means government other than central government employees, 10% of the basic plus DA, whatever is received throughout the year, that amount is allowed to reduce. So there is no specific limit is available here. But in ATCCD, 50,000 is allowed when investment is made by the employee, by the taxpayer in the scheme is 50,000. So ATCC gives you 1,50,000. ATCCD investments in NPS, National Pension Scheme, that is done by the employee itself, that is 50,000. And if there is any contribution made by the employer for the employee, on that amount for others, 10% of the basic plus DA, that amount can be used here to lower your income. So if you have that kind of things, you also need to provide. So if you have that, you need to provide that amount also. Let's say just example rupees of 50,000 I provided. Next, what? 80D for medical premiums. If you go to 80DD, you will see for self and family with a less than 60 years. Here self means the taxpayer, family means husband, wife, husband and their kids, not parents. Family does not cover parents. Okay, so self and family 25,000, self, family and parents but less than 60 years, then the eligible amount is 50,000. Self and family plus parents aged more than 60, then the amount will be 75,000. Self and family and parents all more than 60, then 1 lakh amount will be allowed. Okay, so remember. So now in this case I will go to the first one, but right now you can let's say here I will be providing the value as 30,000, but the maximum amount eligible is only 25,000. I will enable here in the next screen. I need to explain the things. Next, 80EE, interest paid for education loan. Whatever you have provided, 100% is allowed for the deduction. So I will provide here as 1,80,000 interest paid for education loan. 1 lakh you provide, 1 lakh will be eligible. Next, 80EE, interest on home loan for first time buyers. Let's say interest additional 50,000 will be available if you are taking home loan for the first time. 80EE. Continue session. I'll go bottom. 80EE. I will find where is 80EE. Here 80EE, interest on loan taken for residential house property. I will be providing here 50,000. I go upside and here 80E I provided. I will fill in the next page, that is interest on loan paid for education loan. And 80TTA, you remember we already provided 1 lakh as income from savings bank account. Now from that income I can reduce only 10,000. So the effective taxable income from interest of savings bank account will be only 90,000. So in the bottom. So I think I almost came to end. Yeah. So I click on the button, and even if you have made any electrical vehicles purchases, that amount also can be provided here. Click on the button, continue. So whatever you have enabled, for some fields you provided instant values, from some you need to explain right now on the screen. So here if you see ATTTA is asking so some of them, some of the deductions are directly showing the inputs, and some of them showing the boxes where I supposed to feed the information. So here if you see ATGGA, ATTTA, interest on savings bank account, I need to provide here. So whatever is eligible will be coming, whatever is not eligible will not be coming here. Let's say I have, what is the interest on savings bank account? I received 1 lakh, but what is the amount eligible for a deduction is only 10,000. You can see amount eligible for a deduction is only 80,000. Click on the button add. So likely you need to provide information. For some deductions you need to provide the values within the screen. For some deduction on the next screen you need to explain about the things. Okay, ATD deductions in respect of health insurance premium. So now I'm not going to claim all this section. Just to make you understand, I just explained all these things. I will go back out of all this. I will confirm few sections. I will come back once again. Yeah, now I'm opening third page, deductions page. Yeah, so I will, let's say including all ATC, we have invested 3 lakhs. So we'll see what is amount eligible. And ATD for medical, imagine we have spent 30,000. We'll see what is eligible. So this is for actuals and for eligible. Yeah, and I scroll down. Next, ATDD, treatment for physically treatment of dependent with disability. I'm not going to get it done, and this is also okay. Interest on education loan, I will provide 1 lakh. We'll see, and it's okay. And rent paid, I cannot claim rent paid 60,000 because we already claimed HRA, and I am going to claim section 80E for 1 lakh for education loan. And one more thing, as we reported, we provided income from savings bank account 1 lakh. We also provided income from fixed deposit 1 lakh, but the ATTTA is applicable only for savings bank account. So what is interest received, how much? 1 lakh. We provide 1 lakh, system will be accepting only 10,000. So I will be considering only 1, 2, 3, 4 deductions out of also. Whatever is eligible you need to provide, whatever is not eligible you can just leave it. Okay, and yes, so first one I'll go and consider ATC, that is 3 lakhs we have invested in ATC, including, it's already 3 lakhs is there. And next one, ATD medical premium, I'll say I'll confirm ATD medical premium, and this is 0. Where is ATD? I already enabled ATD. We'll see next screen. Next, ATE interest on education loan, I already provided ATE 1 lakh amount, it's fine. Next, no. Any other deductions? No, not any other deduction. We also need to claim one more ATTTA. So I'll enable other, and I'll confirm house property. I'll make this 0. And one I need to enable is ATTTA. ATTTA, I provide the value here as 1 lakh. And I just go back to the next screen. Yes. And here I need to provide ATDD insurance. I need to explain. I almost explained all. I explained the 3 lakhs and 1 lakh and 10,000. I need to more explain ATD. So ATC we provided 3 lakh, but the eligible amount was only 1,50,000. And one more, for ATE I provided interest on loan taken for higher education. I provided 1 lakh, but the eligible amount is only 1 lakh. Yes, I provided 1 lakh. Even the eligible amount also 1 lakh. And if you see in the bottom, for ATE I did not selected. No, I did not consider. So I can delete this. And for ATE, that is interest on savings bank account, I mentioned 1 lakh, but the eligible amount for deduction was only 10,000. And what is missing here? ATD. Yeah. So scroll down, yeah, scroll up, and I'm not considering any other deduction, so that you can delete them. I'll move up to provide information on 80D. 80D medical, I click on the button edit. Now it will ask me, are you claiming for your parents? What is your age? Are you a senior citizen and all? So first I'll go confirm whether you or any of your family member excluding parents, you means your husband and wife or your kids, is any one of them more than 60? No. If you say yes, you will get error because it know what is your age based on your PAN card, it will calculate. So I keep it no. Yeah, and for self and family, how much health insurance you have paid? Let's say we paid total 26,000, but the eligible amount will be taken, maximum of the section is 25,000 only. Even though if you provide any health checkup 5,000, which is allowed, but see, if this is 0, that 5,000 will be eligible, but when you put all together more than 25,000, the maximum amount will be only 25,000. Okay, confirm. I provided I think 33,000 I provided, 26,000 plus 5,000, I think 31,000 I provided for medical, but the eligible amount was only 25,000. I provided 31,000, but the eligible amount was only 25,000. To lower this income, I am also using some eligible deduction. So based on your priority, based on the eligible deduction, you need to provide the values and go on confirm. Yeah, and we have confirmed personal information. We also done with the gross total income. We also done with the total deductions, and the last page, total taxes paid. On this PAN card, already 9,000 rupees taxes already paid. Wherever you received any salary income, wherever you received any professional or technical income, during that receipts, if anyone deducted TDS, that will be deposited on your PAN card, it will be available here. So TDS on salary, TDS on other than salary. You also can see here, if any advance tax or assessment tax paid on this PAN number, it will be available under this report. There is only 9,000 is available, confirm. So if anyone deducted TDS for you, they will deposit on your name, it will be available here. And the last page is the total tax liability. Total tax liability. So total income 15,88,000 and the total deductions. What are the total deductions? 1,50,000 plus 25,000 plus 1 lakh plus 1 lakh. Okay. Total deductions 2,85,000. So I'll go back once again just to show you. So net income 15,88,400, 15,88,400. Total deductions 2,85,000. So the net income after all the deductions means 15,88,000 minus deduction 2,85,000. So the net income was 13,03,400. I go to this total tax liability. You also can see here 13,03,400 is a net income. On this net income, computation of tax will start. On this net income, you need to know what we selected, old regime or the new regime. We selected old regime. So I go to the old regime options. Yeah. So what is the total income? 13,03,400. For this, what is the tax calculated in the portal? 2,03,520 calculated. How 2,03,520 calculated? You have the income 0 to 13,03,400. Out of 0 to 13,03,400, what is the income in between 0 to 2.5? 0 to 2.5 is 2,50,000. 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs, another 2,50,000. 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, another 5 lakhs. What is the income more than 10 lakhs? You have the income up to 13 lakhs. What is income more than 10 lakhs was 3,03,400. You always need to split your income to the slabs. Then you go for the calculation. How? On first 2,50,000 applicable tax is 0. On second 2,50,000 applicable tax is 5%. On the third 5 lakhs applicable tax is 20%, and the next 3,03,400 the applicable tax is 30. So total how much slab tax equals to 91,020 plus 1 lakh plus 12,000, total 2,03,520. 2,03,520, 2,03,520. Here you will see the direct figure. This is the explanation behind it. Okay. Yeah. 2,03,520. On that, rebate is not allowed because our income is more than 5 lakhs. If it is less than 5 lakh, you can claim the deductions under section 87A up to 12,500. So net tax 2,03,520. So when you have a net tax 2,03,520, not only this tax, you also need to pay additional cess. How much cess on this amount? 4% cess will be added, that is 8,140. You also can see here 8,140. So total amount payable after cess 2,11,661. This amount plus this amount, total 2,11,661. I can go home and remove the decimal places, 2,11,661. But now, if you are filing the return on or before the due date, there is no late fees or penalty or interest as per the section 234A, 234F. 234A will be blank. You can see 234A showing 0. 230F also showing 0. If you file the return after the July 31st, interest will be calculated monthly 1% as per the section 234A, and late fees 1,000 or 5,000. If the total income less than 5 lakhs, 1,000 late fees you need to pay. If the total income is more than 5 lakhs, you need to pay the late fees of 5,000. If you file the return after July 31st, these two sections will be applicable. The both is applicable for late filing and late filing. But the section 234B, 234C is very important for advance tax. Yes, advance tax. You are now, see, when the tax amount is more than 10 lakhs, 2,11,661. When the tax amount is more than 10 lakhs, what you supposed to do? You have to pay advance tax, but you did not pay advance tax. So as per the section 234C, you can see applicable when there is a shortfall in payment of quarterly advance tax. If you did not pay any, see, we need to pay total amount in 4 installments. If any 4 installment missed or completely not paid, penalty. So by June 15, 15%, by September 15, 45%, by 15 December 75%, by 15th March 100% will be applicable, but you did not pay it. So you are going to bear extra penalties as per the section. And 234B will be applicable for the number of months. So we are now filing after completing the return. We are filing the return with a delay of 3 months. So as per the section 234C, interest will be calculated till March, because till March only you need to pay 4 installments. So as per the section 234C, till March penalties will be applicable. After March, because the deadlines is over, after March 234B will start. Okay, so as per the section 234C, as per the section 234B, now I am going to pay extra amount of 16,000. So that 16,000 is added. Altogether you are going to pay 2,27,922. 2,27,922. Out of this total amount, if you go to confirm, now the entire return has been filled. The last step is proceed. Here you no need to pay the total amount 2,27,000, because 9,000 amount is already available on your PAN card in the name of TDS. It is already deposited. So out of 2,27,922, the liability was 2,18,340. You can see 2,18,340. Let's imagine on your name, if 3 lakhs deposited, you will be getting message as refundable, because only 9,000 is available, but your liability more than the deposited amount. So now you need to pay. If the deposited amount is more than the liability, let's say the liability was 2,27,000. If amount deposited is 3 lakhs on your PAN card, you will be getting refund. Now this is the case where the tax liability more than the TDS deposited. So you need to pay taxes to the government 2,18,340. Click on the button pay now and continue. And see, just to show you, I am going to remove these amounts to 1 rupee. So if you are doing any practicals, please don't make the full payment. So when you are going to make the payment, just because it is for just imagination, I am going to reduce What is actual amount payable? The actual amount payable was 2,18,340. And 2,18,340 out of I'm just going to pay only just to 1 rupee just to make you understand the process. In reality, whatever is the liability that you need to pay, and you can use any payment gateway to make the payment. I go to UPI payment and click on SBI, continue, and I scroll down, I click on pay now and accept the declaration and submit to bank. Now we have done the payment. Once the payment is done, you just go back to the same and the return will be completed, right? Thank you.